This system isn't realistically that insane to try and understand, but for some reason trying to explain it has proven difficult for me. But I'm gonna try again. In Lost Ark, every class has skills they use in combat, and most of those skills can level up, excluding Awakening, specialty meter skills, and transformation-based skills like Demonic Impulse, Scout, or Barrage Mode Artillerist. All the skills that can level up have different tripods available that can make those skills stronger and or better. These individual tripods are what we'll be discussing today. All tripods start at level 1. Those that cannot level up are usually tripods that give a quality of life effect, like tenacity or purification or making the skill no longer consume mana or other effects in that nature. The rest of the tripods can level up and as of right now can max out at level 5. As you level up the tripods, the effect they give, as I'm sure you can guess, gets better. Like maybe at level 1 it does 10% damage, and now at level 2 it does 15% damage. Even if a tripod only gets 5% better per level, that would mean at max level it would still become 20% better, going from level 1 to level 5. But that's just an example. Some tripods go up way more than 5% and some go up less than 5%. Now sticking with that same concept, that's only one tripod. Imagine all the tripods on all your skills leveling up, and I'm sure you can begin to imagine how much better you can make your character with these additions. Now that we've talked about how good leveling up your tripods can be, we need to talk about how to level them up. If you press K on the bottom, there's a button titled Settings, and when you click that, it brings you to a tripod tracking page. It's from here that you can begin tracking the tripods you use. However, try to stay at 18 total tracked tripods, and I will explain why later. But if that means that you need to not track some of the tripods you use, you're going to have to cut some less important loose ends. Find the tripods that are higher priority. Once you have all your stuff tracked, the journey begins. In Tier 3, when you start doing Chaos Dungeons, you will notice your gear is going to begin to drop with skill tree effects on it. These skill tree effects are what is going to level up your tripods, and since you tracked them already, the game will let you know if one of the pieces of gear that is dropped has one of the tripod effects you are looking for. When done with your Chaos Dungeons, you can head over to the Skill Tree Transfer NPC who has that same tracked tripod icon on the map and interact with them. The page will look like this, and from here you can click on one of your equipped pieces of gear. Once you do, all of the available skill tree effect gear will show up on the right side. Click on one of the skill tree effect pieces and you will see that you can fit in the skill tree effect from one piece of gear onto your equipped armor. Each piece of your gear can hold up to 3 skill tree effects, with 5 armor pieces and 1 weapon in total. That is 18 skill tree effects, which is why I mentioned not going over 18 when we were tracking them. The piece of gear does not matter, and as long as the skill tree effect is on a piece of gear that you have equipped, then the effect will be present on the tripod. However, another thing to keep in mind is once you use a piece of gear to transfer over a skill tree effect, the gear that previously hosted the effect will be destroyed whether you successfully transfer or not. As you go up in the levels of the skill tree effects, the lower the chance you have of successfully applying it to your equipped set. The rates are as follows. A level 1 skill tree effect is 100% guaranteed to transfer. Level 2 has a 30% chance to transfer, 60% if you use the Powder of Sage. Level 3 has a 15% chance, 30% with the powder. And at level 4, it's a 5% chance or 10% with the powder. You can buy the Powder of Sage off the market, get it from Challenge Guardian raids, or make it in your stronghold. Over time, you're going to be upgrading your gear, right? Going from blue to purple, legendary, relic. And when you gear transfer, you do not keep the skill tree effects. So here's what you do to make sure that as you upgrade gear, you don't lose those effects. When talking to the skill transfer NPC, on the bottom there's an inventory button. You can click that and it will show you your skill tree presets, which are likely empty. You then click on one of your equipped gear slots, and on the bottom you can click on Save in Inventory. This will save your skill tree effects for free, and you should make sure you double check and do this every time you are about to gear transfer onto some new armor. After you've transferred your gear into your upgrade, you can head back over to the NPC, go to inventory, click on the newly equipped gear. From there, you just hit apply to selected gear and it'll apply the skill tree effects that you saved. Once you apply it to your new gear, the saved preset won't go away. So should you need to update it with newly improved skill tree effects, don't forget to apply them to the save in your inventory. The inventory can also be used to bypass the low succession rates of high level skill tree effects. When you obtain a level 4 skill tree effect, whether it's from Chaos Dungeons or the auction house, you're faced with the tough decision of risking the 5 to 10% chance of success and destroying the piece of gear, or applying it to your equipped gear but overriding probably 2 other skill tree effects. If there is an essential tripod you use that needs to be upgraded, it could be worth 100% guaranteeing the application. Also, as long as it still has trades left, you can usually sell it right after for some money. If you try to 5% it, it will be destroyed no matter whether you land it or don't, and you'll lose the chance to earn some bread. I did my best to try and simplify this system, but I know with a lot of repeating the same words, it can all start to jumble together in your head. After all, this is my 5th attempt at trying to make this video. Nonetheless, I hope this was helpful, and if it was, a like would be appreciated, and maybe subscribe, but you don't have to. If you want to ask any clarifying questions, don't be afraid to do so in the comments or in my Twitch streams, twitch.tv/Hyga. The link is in the description. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later.